How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I want to talk about the three things that I want to see implemented or improved in the next zombies map for Cold War. Now, I'm not saying that The Machine is a bad map, because it really is an amazing map. There is just a few things that I want to see improved for the next map. Before we do go ahead, it wouldn't be a YouTube video without a shameless plug, right? So if you are a zombies fan like myself, leave a like on the video, go and check out my other content, and if it's something for you, consider subscribing to the channel. So the first thing I want to see improved is the perk system. Again, I'm not saying it's bad in its current build, but it definitely could do with some tuning. For starters, we need more perks. And of course, Treyarch have already said that we will be getting new perks, but which ones do we really need right now? For starters, I think Mule Kick. If Treyarch take the same route as The Machine, and you need the wonder weapon for the majority of the Easter egg, then Mule Kick is definitely a perk I would love to see implemented into Cold War Zombies. Another perk I would love to see return is, believe it or not, Tombstone. Now, I know this is nothing but a meme, but losing your PAPS weapons and all your salvage really sets you back, as rare salvage takes a very long time to collect. And when you bleed out in the higher rounds, without a tier 3 or 4 weapon, you will do hardly any damage, even with a tier 3 PAP. So yeah, Tombstone is definitely a perk I want to see return. The other thing I don't like about the perk system is how it goes up in price the more perks you buy. Whilst this isn't a major issue, I just think it's something that we didn't need. It's something that didn't need to be changed. The way they had their perk system in the past worked so well, and now we have to really think about what perks we buy. They get more expensive as you buy them, but when you die, it's the first perk that you bought that gets taken away. So in the end, you have to pay more for the perks you want to keep confidently. Again, it isn't a massive problem, but I would love to see the perk system reverted back to how it used to be. Moving on to the second thing I want to see improved, it's the tier system. What they have in game right now is absolutely amazing, and it works really well. It really rewards you when you go to the higher rounds, but it's also way too easy. It only took me around 3 to 4 days to get everything tier 3. And whilst that's because I play a lot of zombies, I still think it was a little too easy. I think the problem here is we was guaranteed to get a crystal every 5 rounds. And whilst I hope that this remains how it is, I really hope they add some sort of RNG into this, and I actually know the perfect way they can. A while ago there was a leak about a legendary and epic version of the crystals which would allow you to get tier 4 and tier 5 on everything. This was then scrapped because the perks that came with tier 4 and 5 were, in Treyarch's opinion, too overpowered. Now I really hope that they've had a good look into this and maybe just toned them perks down a little bit to be introduced into the game with the next map, and then this, in my opinion, is how they can add some sort of replayability and RNG into the game. They can first of all make the epic crystals something that you get for only completing Easter eggs, which will then allow you to only upgrade tier 4 on everything, meaning that not just going high rounds, we have to complete multiple Easter eggs to get these epic versions of the crystals. And then they can add the legendary as something that's rewarded on a random round. But the higher the round you get, the higher the chance you get of getting this legendary crystal. These two things alone add a lot more replayability to the game. And this way, not everything can be earned. I know RNG in games can be a bad thing, but I think that these crystals definitely need it, because in its current state, it's way too easy to achieve the top tier. And hey, maybe that's what they were aiming for, but these ideas I've talked about is something I would for sure love to see Treyarch work with. Okay, on to the final thing I want to see improved. It's the main Easter egg. Now, if you're an OG here, you will know that during the release of each Zombies, I was always the person who was the most critical of the Easter eggs, and this game will be no different. I love the Easter eggs that Treyarch make, and I love how simple The Machine is. There's no 3 different locations for each part, and it's a nice, easy, solvable quest. However, what I don't like is how they guided us through this Easter egg. From showing us how to turn on the power and pack a punch, to making all the parts needed for the main Easter egg light up. I I really didn't like what they did here. I'm just hoping that they did this because it's a first zombies map that will bring a lot of new players in, and they were just easing them into zombies because while they do that for new players, it's making the Easter egg hunts more boring for the hardcore players. And yes, it may seem like I'm complaining, but I'm just speaking the truth on a mode that I care about so much. I really hope to see some big changes to the Easter egg in the next map. So after recording all this, I've realised there's actually one other small thing that I want to see. A goddamn boss fight. Seeing no boss fight at the end of Black Ops 4, and then again, nothing at the start of Cold War really has me worried that they've just completely scrapped the idea of a final boss. I really hope this isn't the case, and I really hope that they do bring a boss fight with the next map. And that, ladies and gents, will wrap up this video. It's been a while since I've made something like this, so I hope I didn't bore you all. And if you have stuck around until the end, let me know in the comments if you agree with anything that I talked about today. I'd love to speak to you all about it. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all very soon.